here, Drew, and I play April Kepner on Grey's Anatomy, and I am here with the new class of Grey's Anatomy interns. Woo! 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 Go ahead, introduce yourself, you guys.
Hi, I'm Rushi Kota, and I play Dr. Vic Roy.
I'm Alex Blue Davis. I play Casey Parker.
I'm Jaicy Elliot, and I play Taryn Helm.
Hey, I'm Jake Borelli, and I play Levi Schmidt.
Hi, I'm Jeanine Mason, and I play Dr. Sam Bello.
We are all here because we are excited to talk about a great project we got to work on, and I got to direct, which is super fun.
Yes.
Called Grey's Anatomy B-Team!
The best.
It is a 6-part digital-only series that launches this Thursday, January 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and across social and digital. But first, we have to test the medical knowledge of our new interns with a game of medical or not. So, I am going to say a word, and they will have to figure out if it's a medical term or not.
Okay, guys.
You guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You ready? You ready? Ready?
Let's do this.
Put on your best fake medical hat.
I'm actually nervous.
Here's the first word. Menarch.
I'm out. I'm out.
Menarch.
Anybody?
No, not medical.
You know the language stuff. What
That's
is it?
not.
Is there a time limit, or do they just keep talking?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm
no.
saying
Not medical. Not medical. All right, let's find out. Oh, medical.
We're the best doctors ever.
All right, next one.
That one's surprising.
Helminth.
Helmet?
How do you think?
like
how
Can
does
you
it-
use that in a sentence?
It sounds like
not
a
a real
misspelled
word.
word.
No, I'm gonna
right.
go with medical on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna disagree.
No, I'm gonna go
All
medical.
right, we're split on this. So let's see. What is it? It is a nursing.
Really?
All right, for the win. Okay, guys. Pernicious.
No.
No.
Okay. I know.
Oh, wait. Pernicious.
Pernicious.
Your R.
Pernicious.
Going
No.
Not medical.
Not
Yes!
Two
I
for
wasn't sure.
Obfuscate.
That sounds like
That's
an
a
SAT
word. It's
No,
a word.
medical. Is
Wait,
that-
it's definitely a word.
That sounds like an SAT word.
Obfuscate.
It sounds like obtuse.
Obfuscate.
You're
Maybe it's,
obfuscating right now.
Guys, we're really
Okay, go.
split
Go.
on this. What do we
Yes.
Yes. No. Okay. No.
Yes!
I'm just gonna.
Palliative.
Okay, we're back.
Palliative.
Medical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am sorry. I know. It's medical.
Sarah thinks so too.
It's medical.
It's medical.
Yes, medical.
Yes.
Yes. All right, next one. Aphasia.
Oh,
That sounds medical.
Okay.
You said that one.
Said
Medical.
I definitely said that one. Medical. Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
Good.
Glomeruli.
That's me.
That sounds
medical.
I think that's fake.
Glomeruli.
That sounds medical.
Yeah.
Glomeruli.
Glomeruli.
Like, I'm sorry, man, you have a glomeruli.
Glomeruli.
I think it's like a brain
serious
tumor.
case
No,
of the
okay, no,
glomeruli.
not medical.
Wait.
They're saying
Yes!
it's probably like a brain
like to
tumor of
to
some
keep
sort.
those words and
Okay.
find out what they mean.
Ready? Melena.
Melena.
Melina. Maybe it's
That
Melina.
sounds medical.
Yes.
I
Yes.
said
Definitely.
everything
That
wrong
sounds
so far.
Definitely.
Yes, that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
medical. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, dude, you're like really good.
Remuneration.
No.
That doesn't
That's
sound
not-
like
that's
an
not-
I
that's
feel
not-
like
No.
I
That's
know
a
that
math
word,
term.
but it's not medical.
It's a
Yes.
math
Okay, no.
It's a math term.
Yes.
We're getting good.
Okay, ataxia.
Medical.
Medical.
That feels medical.
Yeah,
All right.
ataxia.
Taxi, I guess.
Medical.
No, he's one.
I doubted myself, but it was.
Presbycusis. Presbycusis.
That sounds
No.
medical. I
Does
think
it?
that's medical.
I'm just gonna go with Rushi.
I know what Presbyterian
take it
means.
That sounds medical.
Okay, I'm gonna stick this one out. Medical?
It's got medical letters in there.
Medical.
Oh,
A lot of medical.
Oh, I know
words
this one.
we don't
Whipple.
know about.
Oh, why?
Oh, yes. It's a Whipple Stitch. Yeah! Medical. I just watched that episode about the Whipple Stitch.
Yes.
I just got so excited.
Very excited.
All right, deleterious.
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 I'm out for this one. No.
Deleterious.
Deleterious. You're deleterious.
Deleterious
No.
feels like a
Deleterious.
part of.
There's a-
I don't. Okay.
Deleterious.
Nah.
No, I'm gonna go.
going not
No.
Not medical.
Oh, bradycardia.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
definitely
You're
medical.
gonna go medical.
Yes. That's definitely a word.
Yes!
Yes. Perfect.
Multifarious.
No.
No,
that's
no,
just
no,
a
no,
word.
not medical.
That is a
That's
great
evil.
word.
It is, yeah.
Nefarious.
Yeah, that feels
multifarious.
nefarious.
Yeah. Not,
Maybe that's what I
okay.
think.
Not medical.
Okay, I got another one. Esophageal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That feels right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, medical.
I learned that
Guys, why are you killing me with these words?
Making you work when you're not working.
Hemispherectomy.
That's totally medical.
Vasectomy.
Take out the
Hemispherectomy.
hemisphere.
Yeah,
Take
of
out
the brain. I feel like it's a brain term.
Boom!
Yes,
This
of course.
feels
take out the
actually.
hemisphere.
This kind of feels like a table read,
Yeah.
Oh,
where we all sit around the table and we get to a word and we're like,
Figure this out.
Just as stressful.
oh, otolaryngology.
That's medical.
Rolonology.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
medical.
Yeah. That sounds very
Otolaryngology.
Medical.
Ology.
Medical?
Ology,
Yes.
anything. Yes,
Yes.
perfect.
Dude, I'm killing
Okay.
it right now.
You are really
Adumbrate. Adumbrate.
Adumbrate.
Adumbrate.
I'm gonna say
No.
You
I
say
say
not
no.
medical.
Not medical.
How do you know?
He knows everything. He went to Harvard, guys. He went to Harvard.
No.
Oh, I forgot about that. You.
All right.
Yeah,
Ready?
everybody's doing
Ready? Conflagration.
Not medical.
No,
Not
not medical.
Not.
solely going off.
No. Yeah, we're all like, no.
Impecunious.
No.
No.
Impecunious.
That was on his SAT. His 1600.
Yeah, that was on his essay. That was an SAT word.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
We're done. So are we doctors? Are we still doctors?
All right, hey, we're gonna watch a teaser.
Oh,
Here,
so
okay, ready? Here is a special look at the B Team digital series that launches this Thursday, January 11th.
I'm excited.
Expect much from interns, Oscar. That way I'll never be disappointed. Bella, present.
But she isn't even
Oscar Montez, 16, has cholestasis that is currently not responding to dietary changes. He'll need to have his gallbladder removed.
New approach?
It has to be open. The scans show adhesions, and it's too difficult to take them down with the minimally invasive approach.
Dr. Krev, Chief Bailey mentioned that one of us might be able to operate today. I do have OR experience.
Which is why I should get to do it.
Do I get a say? You dropped your glasses in the surgical field.
And I promise that nothing like that will ever happen again.
Right, because I told the nurses I want you on B team today.
Oh, that's... What's B team?
Well, if it's in a bedpan, you clean it. If it's in a barf bucket, you clean it. If it's blood, you clean it.
And we're back. Okay. Now that everyone is warmed up, let's talk about B Team by answering some questions.
Sweet.
All right. One.
Right.
What is the digital series all about? Who'd like to take that one?
Rushi answers everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to take this one. I don't take
I'll
this
take it. It's a more thorough look at our first day at work. And it's very much us being the B team, us like getting used to the ropes and getting kicked around a bit with some of your favorite lovely characters. Sarah was behind the camera, but Chandra is the one who's kind of whipping us into good shape, which is no surprise.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really fun. You kind of just get to see us more with each other and completely flabbergasted by our experience on day one.
And it's kind of fun because it's also a throwback to the pilot episode of the whole series because
Right.
that was all of our original interns' first day. So we
Yeah.
got to kind of recreate a little bit of that or a little bit of a feel of that too, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, totally.
Why is the series called B Team? I think you should take this.
Oh, yeah. It's called B Team because it's not necessarily the best job. It's the blood and the barf. And so you kind of get stuck with the bad stuff when you're the first kind of newbies in the hospital.
When you're doing the grunt work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Scut, right?
Scut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why wasn't that on the Put down that one.
How does this digital series fit into the Grey's Anatomy universe?
I mean, it's a little addition. It's
Yeah.
like candies.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Like you
from-
just get a little bit more of the sweet stuff that we all love.
Yeah, from like the first episode of where we all interviewed to where we're already there, it's like we kind of skipped that whole first day part. So I think that's kind of like a little teaser into what happened.
Yeah, and their first day fits into our series during the 300th episode. So we saw bits and pieces of them, but we didn't really get to follow any of their stories or watch them really interact together. So this is the chance to kind of see what happened on that first day when we all watched the 300th episode.
Yes, which so much was happening. So
Yes,
Yeah.
I
exactly.
feel like Sarah said,
Good
it's
to
like
take a look
it's
back.
exactly like what they went through in the pilot of the season, the series, because it's all like the doctors starting off. It's really, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
We even used some of the music on these from the original pilot episode, which is really, really fun. Yeah, it was fun to kind of do little throwbacks there. Okay, so will any other Grey's cast show up in the series?
Yes. Yes.
A bunch.
Like,
you work with?
like
I worked with Owen Hunt.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
Kevin McKidd.
Yeah.
We
Kevin
worked
McKidd.
with Corinne.
Yeah, Justin,
Justin
which was awesome.
I got to work with Kelly McCreary. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got to
and-
work with Chandra.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then our Dahlia, Sophia, she got to work with Jim Pickens.
Yes,
That's
that's
really fun.
right.
So, for you guys, what does it feel like to be part of Grey's Anatomy?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's
It feels just as great as you would think it would
It's
feel.
like walking into an institution. I mean, it's like, it's been, I mean, growing up, it's been 14 years, so it's like, it's been such a huge deal in our lives, I think, to all of us, and being part of it is surreal, but it's also like, it feels kind of like we're entering into a high school or something. I feel like everybody
kids.
knows each other.
Yeah,
It's
we're
really
the
warm.
freshmen.
And it's, yeah,
it's
Everyone's really nice. Not
Absolutely
at the high school.
super
There's no
nice.
cliques that are like, ew, the newbies.
No,
It's
everybody's
not- maybe
super
on
nice.
screen.
that's true.
Everyone's mean to the new kids on screen, but definitely not on screen.
No, it's been super fun. Just like watching the show and being a fan of it, and all of a sudden, like now you're on it and working with all these people, like the people that are on the show, and I'm like, it just takes me back.
Totally. And how great has this been? Like the fan
Yeah.
base.
Oh,
They've
yeah.
just
Oh
been
my gosh.
so
Y'all
accepting.
are
So much love for
Amazing.
the
It's a
show.
whole
and this-
different
it's amazing.
universe.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
This is a question for me. I'm sorry, I have a frog in my throat. What was it like directing the series? This was such an amazing experience. It was so interesting because leading up to it, it was a little terrifying just because I had never directed before, and it's using a whole different muscle in terms of the art of storytelling. I've been in front of the camera for 15 years, but this is the first time I was behind the camera and looking at all the different pieces and trying to make all the different pieces flow, and it was such a joyous experience from start to finish. We had an incredible crew, a whole bunch of lady leadership, which was so much fun. And then this cast was just killer. I mean, they showed up like you wouldn't believe with their enthusiasm and work ethic. And I heard from actually a lot of crew members, like in the hair and makeup trailer, they were running their lines and running their lines and running their lines, so that by the time they showed up on set, they were just like boom, 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 boom. They knew exactly where they were. They knew exactly what to do. And it made our days move so smoothly. And when I was just telling people about my experience in the days after we shot, I just kept saying the word joy because that's what it felt like on set with all of
Really?
you guys. It was so fun.
I think it was
us
so
too.
much fun to shoot with you, Sarah, because you were so prepared and so happy to be with us and to have us and to bring all this together at last because it had been so long of a prep for you.
Right, yeah.
And it shows, I think, in this web series that everyone had so much fun doing it.
Well, when you're having fun, when the leaders are having fun, everybody else has fun.
Right,
Wants to do it. So
Yeah,
we
good
wanna
job.
do a good
Super
job.
fun. Well, thanks,
wanna let you
guys.
down.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you.
Another one for me. So, have I always been interested in directing? Actually, no. I did a little bit of directing in high school, but in terms of film, I was always really scared of it. But this summer, I produced a film for the first time, and I got bit by all of the bugs while I was producing, and I just wanted to learn. So I feel like this year so far, this fall, has really been like going back to school. I got to shadow Chandra Wilson at the beginning of the season. She was amazing, just such an incredible teacher, an incredible director, an incredible leader. She leads with love and joy and enthusiasm and empowerment, and so it was really exciting to learn from her, and then just getting on this set, it was just a wonderful ride. So now I'm super psyched about it. but I really had to like enter in a different kind of angle, which is fun.
Yeah.
What was your first day on set like?
Oh man,
On
how
the
was
beat-
that our interview day?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a
Or
good
on
day.
this-
Like,
Yes, you can talk about your first day on set.
How
Yeah.
was our interview
The interview day, yeah.
It felt
It
like
felt
an
like
interview.
an interview.
Honestly,
we were all
like-
in the waiting room.
We're all like
did.
stressing out.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. I think it's part of that, like the legacy thing we're talking about, where it's like you're like, I just can't mess this up.
No,
It's gotta be a
no,
good thing
I
for the
agree.
show and not
And
destroy it.
It's so funny when I first got the little the sides. I actually memorized somebody else's lines too.
That's right. I remember that.
And then I ended up sitting next to that person while we were going to set, and I was like, wait, are you this? Wait, then I'm not saying all this stuff? So I was like, I had to recalibrate for a second. I was like,
that's so crazy.
yeah.
It was great because we were all together.
Yes.
There was, like, at that
Yeah.
point, there was like 10 of us or something, and we were all like getting to hang out all day long in the room together, and we would go in one at a time and like applaud each other as we would come out, and like root each other on as we were going in, because we were just like one big group of like
Totally.
friends.
It's so amazing that's the energy that was created just on day one.
Oh,
for you
yeah.
guys,
It
that
was
there's
awesome,
just like a bonding. That
Yeah,
like
I was
everybody's
gonna say
there.
earlier, it was nice too that we did this, like the B team, a little later into
yeah,
our
totally.
experience
I
together.
agree.
Yeah.
Because by the time we got to working with you, it was like, oh, I know who I would punch. I know who I would be
Right.
like,
Yeah,
get out of the way. Let me
Yeah,
run this.
right.
Like we already really established our off-screen camaraderie, which I think like speaks to our doctor camaraderie as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
Wow.
and now we are going to take some live questions.
Oh my gosh! Come on, people. Give us
Okay.
a good one.
I don't know who this question is for, but I'll just throw this out to everybody. What has been your favorite moment from this season so far? Maybe on screen or off screen. I think you could probably talk
My
about.
on-screen moment was when we got to finally go back down into the dungeons.
Oh yes!
And
the
it
locker
was
room.
like so nostalgic. It was all
The
six
tunnels.
of us
Oh, the
together.
tunnels.
The tunnels.
tunnels.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
nostalgic. It was
That's
all
amazing.
6 of us together. I was so excited.
we
On
mention-
camera, I'm running out. I don't remember, and I just ate it. I just slipped
my
and
God,
fell. I was so embarrassed.
Yes,
it's on
Debbie Allen was directing. I was like, oh no, Debbie just saw me fall.
Oh my gosh.
And they kept it. And that's
That
hilarious.
was so
Perfect
funny.
That was my
Yeah.
favorite moment. I'm
Classic
like
glasses.
so much fun.
Classic glasses.
I liked
Classic.
when we the whole like running that day. We also shot like the whole running on that.
Oh yeah. That
Oh,
corridor.
on the ramp
Yeah,
walk.
that
That was
corridor.
really cool.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
so much
fun.
nostalgia and like it's just it brings us all back to the original Grey's Anatomy, and
Yeah.
that was really cool
Yeah.
for,
I loved
for
that.
everyone
Love
too.
that. I got the slow-mo video of that. And
Oh,
was,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
really
that
fun
video's
to watch.
awesome.
Just everybody just like lateral.
Shout out to Ashley Paul.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Who makes you laugh the most on set?
Oh
We
man.
laugh a lot.
I feel like when we're all together,
We're just ridiculous.
we just
Oh my
can't keep a
God.
straight face.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
know.
I kept on this B team thing. You were killing me, Rush. Remember that scene where I like run into the?
Yeah,
Oh,
with the
yes.
coffee
Oh,
cart.
yes,
Coffee cart.
yes.
The coffee cart.
I could with the
Yeah.
car.
Oh yes,
like
yes, when you come in
over-caffeinated.
with your
And, like,
monologue.
Every
like,
time I
kinda
ran in, Rush was like,
I'm like, yo, I was excited, but you're like on another level of excitement.
amazing.
There was also that moment we played over and over and over again where you had to jump up at the final episode and say the line about the glasses,
yes,
and we had to
yes.
start the scene with everybody laughing, and we did it like so many times. So it was like, okay, now just laugh. And I was like,
so good.
is Bailey like she was in the first episode of Grey's Anatomy?
Yes,
Absolutely.
She's also nostalgic.
100%.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Gosh, that
So
woman
good.
and her power is just
She's
So much
the
full
best
of love
thing on
though.
the
It's
planet.
all like
It's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that lady. How excited are you for the premiere?
I wish we could see it.
I know.
right now.
I
I know.
thought we were gonna
I
see a
know.
little bit of it, but I'm like, we did, but we kind of didn't
You
hear
didn't.
any
You didn't
sound,
really
but,
see it.
But
I know. I gave
I'm
you
super
a sneak
excited.
peek.
Yeah.
We found that out. We're like, come on,
Man, come on.
No, it was actually really
were
fun.
so
It was
excited.
really fun watching it with him because we both were sharing two little earbuds, and he just kept guffawing and laughing out loud. And I was
so
like,
funny.
yes, yes,
And we
yes.
were watching it in the middle of filming, so we would watch like 30 seconds, then run and go shoot a scene, and then come back and watch 30 seconds and go and shoot a scene.
Only way to do it.
Great.
Only way to do it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
for that.
We're so excited that y'all joined us for this Facebook Live adventure. We're really, really excited to share the work that we just did with you guys. We're really proud of it. Thank you for hanging out with us on this Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't miss it.
Thank you.